Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Havushi Akupi. And to tell you a little bit about myself, I started working at an insurance brokerage agency just at the age of 14, where I learned hands-on experience in sales, risk assessment, as well as customer service. I worked at a top-rated insurance agency in Nassau County, Long Island, where I then recently changed and started working to another brokerage agency by the name Grover Insurance Agency, also in Valley Stream, Long Island, where I have been doing insurance for the past around 6 years now. I feel that I've definitely grown within the agency and within my profession. And I learned a lot about myself and learning skills that help me understand clients and manage risk holistically. And just to walk you through my resume, as I mentioned, I began at the age of 14 as a receptionist, where I then advanced into customer service. I supported a large book of business of clients and over 50 different carriers, where I had to be up to date with the changes going on within the insurance industry. My interest in insurance deepened ever since, leading me to experience my position and experience different brokerage companies as well. I now handle sales and risk management strategy. I go to Queens College currently. I'm about to graduate with a triple major in business administration, economics, and psychology. I have also been accepted into the risk management master's program, where I believe it will help me in terms of broadening my aspiration for the insurance industry and goes very well with the experience that I have done. I believe that each role has built my technical and analytical abilities while reinforcing the client first service. And it's always been a dream of mine to be an entrepreneur and hopefully open up my own insurance agency someday. The reason why I believe you should hire me is, where do I start? So I bring a rare mix of frontline sales, risk analysis, and policy servicing experience, especially with the large amount of years that I've been within the industry. I believe that there's definitely proven results under pressure. And as I am very client focused, I'm always willing to grow in this industry. I believe that, as well as the experience that comes with me, there's an academic foundation, and leadership roles make me adaptable and ready to contribute from day one. In terms of accomplishments that I'm most proud of, I had retained about 90% of 800 clients after two of our very well-known insurance companies had gone out of business. I believe that that was definitely a moment that I was proud of, since I had to think quick and kind of utilize a plan, strategy to be able to retain those clients, and I was able to maintain a very large book of business there. As well as that, it definitely improved my operations and my ability to be able to track clients and be able to problem solve in a timely manner. So the reason why I want to work for your company is because I'm always willing to grow. I believe that with change, there's always growth, and I'm able to adapt to new change as well as explore beyond my capacity, since I'm someone that definitely thinks outside of the box versus thinking inside of the box. I'm looking for a role where I can continue to grow in risk-focused insurance while also making a very meaningful impact on a forward-thinking team, which I believe your company has. So in terms of college subjects that I liked best and least, I definitely am enjoying the risk management courses that are offered at Queens College. They definitely challenge me to think strategically and analytically, especially for someone that's always been so used to the office setting and kind of not being used to by the book. So it's definitely very helpful on that end. I would say that it taught me to interpret things more critically instead of logically, which is usually the case with being at the office, and definitely dealing with different clients, as there are so many ever-changing situations within this industry as well. So as far as GPA and what my grades are at the moment, I've consistently made the dean's list and maintained a very strong academic record. I would say that if, in any case, if there were slight dips within the grading, it would be due to balancing the full-time work as well as schoolwork and other extracurricular activities that I do, as I am a public speaker for a youth organization within the boroughs. So I definitely am big on the time management and just keeping mind to be efficient in fast-paced working environments as well. In terms of what I've read or watched recently, I'm personally not a big fan of TV shows or movies. I'd rather spend the time doing something in nature. I feel that that helps me more in terms of clearing out my thinking and just making sure that I'm staying on track. So personally, I have not watched anything recently. As far as reading, I do love reading fictional books. I'm a big fan of, just always making sure that I'm being up to date, and I'm always big on expanding my knowledge there as well. Samples of writing. I've definitely written a lot of insurance analysis reports and going back and forth with the client communications and basically just giving policy summaries of insurance quotes that I would do. I'm definitely happy with the fact that my work reflects both my communication skills and the fact that I'm very attentive to detail. A major problem that I handled at work, again, would be, like I mentioned, when 2 insurance carriers had shut down, I had to quickly requote a large book of business there, and I was able to rebind a good amount of those clients as well. So I had to think quick in organizing a remarketing plan. And as far as that, I also had to handle a lot of client outreach. So overall, this was a big success because I was able to retain 90% of the book of business while also cross-selling additional lines there as well. My interests outside of work, I am a board member of the Muslim American Society, as well as the Albanian American Muslim Youth Association. There I do enjoy public speaking. It's definitely helped me become better in communicating with clients and leading team discussions. What have I done to learn about this company? So I've definitely reviewed the ratings online, and I've seen how efficient the staff are, as well as how good it is that they can balance the work to day-to-day ratio. And just by exploring the service model, I was able to see that there's definitely emphasis on the client satisfaction there and innovation as well, which I believe aligns with my morals, values, as well as background. The adjectives that describe me, I would definitely say that I'm dependable, since I'm able to multitask and manage basically high volumes of policy updates with very minimal errors. I would also say that I'm very initiative driven. I was able to lead projects like that remarketing plan when those 2 carriers went out of business, and I was also able to come up with a plan very quickly without even being asked. In terms of my greatest strengths, I would say problem solving. I would also say servicing clients, as well as being a very quick learner. And on the other hand, as far as my greatest weaknesses, I would say that earlier in my career, I struggled with delegating tasks. I've definitely worked on this over the years by learning when to collaborate, especially during high volume policy periods, which again has improved both team efficiency and the outcomes. My career goals would be, hopefully within the next few years, to either be a senior risk management position within a corporation, or hopefully being able to at least have a startup of my own insurance agency. So I'm looking for another job because I'm always seeking new challenges and opportunities to grow in a more specialized strategic role. particularly in a company that values innovation, team collaboration, and is very client-driven impact. With this, I want to be able to take the goals and to be able to expand my knowledge as well as to get that skill set. So, in terms of the gap that's in my employment, there's really no significant gaps in my work history. I've always worked consistently since high school, progressively moving into more responsible roles, into a full-time position within the insurance field. The questions that I have regarding the position and being at this company would be basically what a typical day-to-day looks like in this role. I would also want to know basically what are the company's goals within the next few years and how am I going to be an impact to that. Thank you.